everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to reveal a couple of handbags to you that actually just delivered today. I placed the order last Saturday and UPS delivered it today, which is a Saturday. I usually don't see UPS on Saturday, so I'm just elated that I didn't have to wait till Monday to get these bags. And there's a story behind this style bag, but I'm gonna open it first, let you guys see, and then I'll get into my story, and I'll try to make it short, because you know I can't talk a lot. Okay, so anyway, let's turn the packaging around. It says Coach, but this is from the Coach outlet. Actually, I ordered online because the colors that I noticed online were not carried in the actual store. So I just wanted to see what they looked like in person to decide if I'm going to keep it or not. And so I cheated a little bit. I already opened the big packaging, and the reason why I cheated is because some of the packaging can be like so very well, it takes forever to get into it, and it's just like you don't want your video to be an hour long because it took you a half hour to get into the bag. So I kind of want to speed it up, so I did cheat a little bit. Okay, so there's that. And some of you may know or may not know, but I'm a satchel girl. So this is, you know, obviously a satchel here. And that's my favorite style bag that I like to carry. It's just something that over the years has been really comfortable for me because I like things in the crook of my arm. And this is the shoulder strap here. See here, there we go, slips right off. Some of the packaging I am going to leave on just for the sake of time of video, because I do have to talk and everything. So there's that one, and I'm going to hold it a little close. And I am in front of the window because I want really good daylight as you guys see this, but this is called gray birch. I don't know if you can see that, and I wore a white sweater on purpose so you can see that it's not a white bag. So it's gray birch. All right, over there is a little better. Okay, and then the next color, alrighty, is like not really a cobalt blue. It's not really a sky blue, but it is a nice, I don't know even would it be turquoise, but it's, it was one of 3 blue shades that they had online. And one was more of a periwinkle, kind of like going towards a darker purple spectrum, and I didn't want that. And I didn't want the, like the baby blue, because I'm not looking for a color bag that, you know, can be carried for one season. I kind of want to carry the bag throughout every season that, you know, that I want to take a bag. So I want to take this off too as much as I can so you can see the handles. Sorry about that, I'm just tearing into, you don't really see what I'm tearing into. Okay, let's put all that out the way now. Okay, it's really messy, sorry. Okay, I'm getting there, guys, sorry. All right, it's a mess in here. Okay, so see this the best you can here. All right, so what I have here are 2 satchels, and the name of this bag is the Surrey Carryall. S as in Sam, U-R-R-E-Y, and it's only found at the Coach outlet, not the full price Coach store. Before I get to that, this is the, I lost my measuring tape. This is the medium size. This style comes in 3 sizes. There's a crossbody, which is the small. It's not quite half this size. I don't have the measurements of those, sorry. This is the medium. Let me do it this way because this is more of a glare by the window. And then there's an extra large. Not extra large, but then there's a larger size, a 3rd size. And I chose this because I'm not really a large handbag girl anymore. And I didn't want this as a crossbody because what I'm looking at and what the story that I'm gonna get into, it just won't do justice as a crossbody. So let me give you guys the measurements here because this is the medium. All right, we're gonna go with a cross. Try to get that the best way I can here. And, whoops. Online, it said it's about 12 and a half, 12 and 3/4 or something like that, but I'm seeing 11 and a half inches. And the drop on the handle portion, well, actually, let me do it this way. The drop is about, maybe about 4.5 inches. And I think online it said it's about 3.5 or 4 inches, but this is good. It's good enough space for me. And then the height of the bag, let me do it this way. It's kind of hard if it's not on a table, sorry. The height of the bag is about 8 inches. And then we want to go what we call the depth of the bag. So I'm going to go down here to the bottom. I'm so sorry, I can't grab this. It's roughly about 5 inches in depth. And at this point in my handbag life, this is a perfect style. Now this is the one I'm going to be holding up and going over quite a bit because it has a better, it's not so much of a glare with the lighting. Oh, and I guess I'll get the correct, this is called sky blue, but they did have one that was a little lighter, which I would think would be sky, but maybe that's the baby blue. And then they had a darker shade, which was like a periwinkle purplish. And I think I said that this one here is gray birch. So I don't know if it's like a stone color. Maybe a stone color. It's definitely a neutral. And this one here would definitely bring a pop to what you're wearing. Like right now I got on like these black and white pants, white sweater. This is a purple top. And this right here really gives it a pop. But this one right here is more of a neutral. Either way, I think either color looks good, but I chose these because I wanted to go with something neutral, but then I wanted to go with something that was a pop that wasn't too much of a pop that seems like I can wear it like year round. Okay, so here's the anatomy of the bag. So we've got where you saw the strap, because definitely now, this can be worn as a crossbody, but the smaller style is the crossbody bag. I mean, it would look kind of funny just taking it as a satchel. Basically, you have like this tiny little bag only being able to carry it like this, So this does have a crossbody option. This is a double zip satchel. That's what I'm calling it because I'm leading up to a story. Okay, and it does snap on the sides to make the bag a lot fuller. So there's the anatomy, the inside of the bag. We do have here an interior pocket. And by the way, the interior is the same color as the bag, which I think is really cool. So if you have a non-black color bag, having a lighter color interior, it is a lot easier to find your items. And by the way, speaking of black, this did come in black. And I was fighting with myself to see if I should get a black or not. And I really don't care for black bags, but the black really did look nice in this style. Okay, so back to the anatomy now. And then there's another pocket on the other side. So there's this one. There's the first one I just showed you. And it's quite roomy on the inside. Take out the strap and the stuffing. It's quite roomy. But then snap it on the side and it closes it in really tight because this is an open type of bag. And we do have over here the double zips for other compartments. So I'm gonna snap this back open here. So if you didn't want like private things open, you do have the option of putting some things in here. And it's definitely the length of the bag, which I said it was about 11 and a half inches. And this is probably, let's measure that. It might be close to the full length of the bag. Well, not quite. It's about, I don't know if you can see that, it's about 9 inches. So not quite the full length of the bag, but at least it's the majority of it. So you can fit some things in there. And then there's the other side here. So definitely it has a lot of compartments. So now I think I can get to my story. Okay. This bag here, this style bag, has been my dream bag for a very long time. And I'm going to start back with, you guys remember the show, the primetime show Scandal, where Kerry Washington starred as Olivia Pope. Every time I watched an episode, it got to the point where I would pay more attention to her handbag than really what was going on with the show. She carried a Prada bag every episode, if not 1, 2, or 3 that she interchanged with throughout that episode. And that bag was the Prada Saffiano Luxe, I think is what it was called in the beginning, but it ended up being called the Galleria Tote, double zip, because there is a tote, so I'm thinking it's probably the Galleria double zip bag. And I'm just gonna keep it real, okay? The Prada Galleria satchel is the holy grail. It's like my dream bag, the bag that I've always wanted. As long as that show has been on the air, it's canceled now. I think it was like last year the show was over. Maybe 5-6 years that show was on. That's how long I've wanted a Prada bag. I've gone in and out of the boutique. I've been online. I've looked at pre-loved. I've looked at brand new. I've looked at different sizes because it probably comes in 4 or 5 sizes. And I can't wrap my head around $2,200 through $2,500 that bag. That's how much the bag costs. And I have shopped over and over and over for similar styles. Michael Kors has one. Ralph Lauren has one. There's like some other brands that I've seen that have been non-leather, cheaper styles that you can find like in Payless stores, things like that. Something about a double zip bag. I've never noticed it before until I noticed the Prada bag, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna pay $2,500 for what? And the bag is absolutely gorgeous. I bought one a couple years ago. It was on clearance for $1,700, and I got home and I just couldn't sleep. I was like, I can't even do it being marked down. Almost what, $800. I'm like, $1,700. That is a good deal, right? But I just can't do it. So I'm sitting here like, this is the bag, and the leather on the Saffiano on Prada's bag is immaculate. It's a beautiful bag, and it's an iconic bag. I mean, they make it all the time, every season, and so I'm like, okay, with it having an array of colors, is that the reason why I can't spend $2,500? Because the black would be the one I'd want to go to first. But then there's like this pink color, which is a neutral, and then there's like this camel color, and I'm just thinking, okay, I'm probably going to want one in every color. But man, $2,200, $2,300 a hit times $3, $4, or $5, that is some change. But I love the bag, and it is classic. So one of these days I will get it. But I'm going to quote my brother. He says, you got to fake it to make it. So now back to this. Okay. So I've worked in the Coach outlet for 3 separate times, and it's usually been for the Christmas holiday season as seasonal. And I'm familiar with what they call as their cross-grain material. And it's a very durable type leather. I don't think that the Coach outlet has the same quality as bags in the retail store and the Coach full price store. But I've gotten a couple of pieces out of the Coach outlet store, and I have been, I've actually been really surprised that it's held up very well. I'm not rough with my bags, but the normal pricing of a lot of the bags in the Coach outlet are 70% off. And working there, I would say the average price of a bag could be about $350, $398, and after the 70% off, you're spending a little over $100. I mean, they're really, really good deals, but you got to start somewhere. So around March time frame, I found out about this bag, and I walked in the Coach outlet and I nearly passed out because this is the closest that I have seen to the Prada bag. Like I mentioned before, Michael Kors has one that's similar, but it doesn't feel as substantial. This here feels like it has some depth to it, like it's actually going to hold up, like it's actually going to be durable. So, and I'm looking for one that I can carry a lot. So I don't want something so cheap to start out with. I do take pride in the handbags that I carry, and I don't mind, spending a few $100, $1,000, maybe the $2,200. I don't mind that. But at this time in my life, I'm kind of pinching my pennies. I just want to sit back and look, because if this holds up to be what I'm hoping it to be, I might get more colors. And it's been out for like 2 or 3 months now, and they keep making colors like every few months. So this bag might be around for a while for Coach. And so, I might get greedy and go ahead and get the black one and go, these two here, get a black one. If a red one comes out, it's game over, because I'll be getting the red. So anyway, make a long story short, this is the training wheels up until the Holy Grail bag that I really want. So I'm going to stand up so you guys can see this up against my body, because I'm almost 5'7", and I'm not wearing heels today. So this is what it looks like. Here's that. And like I said, this is the medium, and it's just right for me. The large now is really nice, but it's too large of a bag from what I'm looking for. And let's take a look at this crossbody. Oh, and another thing too, let me show you guys this, which I think Coach is onto something, because I've noticed this with Prada. The way the strap hooks, it's on the inside of the bag. It's deep down inside, and this is actually how Prada is designed as well. Some of the others that I've seen, they'll be on the outside of the bag, or it'll be where you hook it to the handle out here, which I can't stand, because what happens is when it's on the inside of the bag, or however it's made, it's going to affect how the bag is going to be carried and how it swings. And I've noticed this. So this is if I wanted to wear it as a shoulder, and I probably won't ever wear it as a shoulder like this, but here's the crossbody option, which I do like, and it's actually it hits just right on me. So the large one is even crossbody, but with it being huge, this is probably exaggerating, but with it being larger than this, I just think it's too large if I had to go crossbody. But it's good to have a crossbody option, because you just never know when your hands are going to be full when you're shopping, So I have nothing against, like in this case, a bag that for me will strictly be as a satchel. Having a strap is a lifesaver. That's great. Okay, so, and as you can see, how I don't know, it's just a little bit more, to me, it's just a little bit more stable with it being hooked on the inside like that. And I think too, maybe that has a lot to do with less wear and tear. I don't know, but I'd rather have the hooks here than out here, or have them like here, because the bag is, I've seen bags where you hook it here and it's just really awkward, because you're putting it on the strap. That's not where it's made to be. So, I commend Coach, whoever's over there designing and things like that. And obviously, this is an iconic style. But they finally got one, because I've looked at a number of other brands, and I have not seen even the Coach retail, the Coach full price store have anything like this yet. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off short, because you guys know I can talk. And I just wanted to show you everything, and I just wanted to, go over a couple of things, give you my story. I'm glad to be back to do another video. And I'm glad you guys are tuning in to watch me. Thank you for tolerating me. As usual, if you guys have any comments, drop them below. I will give you the link to the Coach outlet website, just in case, because maybe you're in an area where you actually have a Coach outlet. But like I said, these colors were not carried in the store. Some things online are online exclusives. And so I'm very happy with these two. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep both of them, at least one. This was the one that I had my eyes on, but being that this came and I'm really liking the color, I do need a pop in my wardrobe, because I don't step out and have pop colors of bags. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of me being uncomfortable with that, but I mean, having a pop is cute. You gotta, liven up your wardrobe and your handbag collection sometime, right? Okay, so anyway, drop me a comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll give you guys the link. We'll talk later. Bye.